the room. He sold out, and he never does. This marketing girl told me that. He's like, he never sells out. But he did. You know, it was great. It was a great message, and people loved it. We showed them the Roku.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Mortgage Influencers, where we bring you professionals who share insight into the latest trends, tips, industry technology, and services to help you be a mortgage influencer in your mortgage business. Hey, happy Wednesday. And if you're watching us live, happy 1st of November. I hope you guys had a good Halloween yesterday. Yep, all good stuff. Okay, so my name's Ginger Bell. If you're joining us for the first time, we've got Steve Richmond at a very small airport somewhere, and Scott was on a few minutes ago and we lost him. So he's in Denver. Maybe he's snowed out. I don't know. It's one of those things.
Scott said, Ginger, forget it. If Frank's on here, I'm out.
Right,
Frank
exactly.
I doubt that.
Exactly.
You know what? I am excited. We have a very special guest who used to be a host and then he left and he's got a lot of projects he's on. But I am excited to have Frank Garay on here. So Frank, hello, my friend.
Hello. Kevin was supposed to be here, so I'm just telling him, check your email.
Oh, I probably didn't add him.
Oh, Kevin Bilberry. Do you see Kevin Bilberry somewhere?
Oh, is he on there? Let me see.
He might be. I don't know. I can look. But
no.
And it's okay if he's not. It's all good. He had other things he had to get done as well, so it's all good. So, anyways, yeah. Well, hi. I'm here.
You're here.
Yeah, I'm here. So
I want to talk about you and I was on your podcast a couple of weeks ago, and if you're not, so I would talk about it first of all before we get into the MoveTube. I want to talk about you were a host with us for a long time, and you have been so busy. Really make a huge difference, Frank, with what's happening in our industry. You do the Loan Officer Breakfast Club every morning. Mm-hmm. And I remember when you had started that, you called me and talked about what you and Carl were starting. And I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea. I don't think you knew you were going to be doing it live when you started, though, because I think I recorded your very first episode with you, which never ran because you ended up going live. But tell me a little bit about, I was in Atlanta at the Team House, and you probably don't even remember that. You do so many of them, but that's okay.
Don't.
Off topic here. But before we get into the MoveTube, tell us, for those of you who don't know about the Loan Officer Breakfast Club, what's that about?
So that started a couple of years ago. Carl, I wound up departing from the National Real Estate Post. That was all good. No issues there at all. Just wanted to do a change. Reached out to Carl. Said, hey, man, I don't know what you got. You thinking maybe we could do something? He's like, I got this idea. So we got this big fat idea. Loan Officer Breakfast Club. He wanted to do. Now, this is kind of coming out of COVID where we were all very used to, Zoom at this point, right? All of us. And so he said, man, I think we could do this thing where it's open to everybody, where it's a Zoom call, every morning for about 30 minutes, where it's basically free coaching for the whole mortgage industry nationwide. I was like, okay, so sounds good. Let's try it. Although in my mind, I was like, I don't know how this is going to go, and both of us were kind of like, we'll just see how it goes. Maybe it's a good idea. Maybe it's not.
But I wonder too, because you honestly are on a live meeting every morning, 8:30 Eastern time. And I have been the webinar queen for a long time. So I'm like, how are you going to get hundreds? Hundreds, sometimes even.
Oh yeah, no, we have so we've managed to get like almost 25,000 people to opt into the Zoom meeting, right? 25,000 people. And every day we'll have, between the actual live Zoom, and we do the same thing like you do now, stream it to the couple of our Facebook pages. So we get a lot of people that watch on the Facebook. I did that on the Breakfast Club too. The Facebook, but
because you're from Facebook, California, it's the
right.
Five.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, actually, that's Southern California talk, not Northern California.
Not Northern California.
Yeah. So at any rate, we'll have anywhere from 500 to 800 or 900 people every day, watching the Breakfast Club every morning. On a monthly basis, unique viewers, it'll be 900 to, I don't know, couple thousand unique viewers per month that come across the Breakfast Club and watch an episode or a few, So, oh yeah, it's super cool, man. I tell you what, it's one of the funnest things I've ever done in my career. I love it. I absolutely love it every day. It's 5:30 in the morning for me, but I'm an
It
early.
sounds basically the same story that they started the Smart List podcast. If you ever listen to Smart List,
It's my favorite podcast. I love that
Yeah.
podcast.
It's the same story. We just thought, hey, we don't know if it's going to work. Let's just try it, and boom, now everybody loves it. Same thing.
It's great.
Frank.
Yeah. It's really fun.
I don't know if you're Will Arnett or if you're one of the others from Smart List.
Jason
I'm sure we
Bateman.
can find that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So,
okay,
anyways,
so you have the Lone
that's
Officer
going
Breakfast
good.
Club.
Mhm.
You have your own podcast, which
Yes.
is what is that one called?
Mortgage Loan Officer Podcast. That is also part of the Marketing Animals Network. So,
Very good. So
yeah.
so I mean, those are things, coaching, ideas, tips, all of those things that you share. So, thank you so much for doing that. Because you really do. I mean, you've made a difference for our industry, Frank, for a long, long time. Back when you had Think Big, Work Small and started that, I mean, you truly have been just such a great giver and inspiration for our industry for a long time. So thank you for that, my friend.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you for
thank you.
saying something nice about me. That's very kind of you.
Can't think of anything not nice, but I do want to talk about.
I'm sure if you dug deep, you could.
We won't go there.
Anyways,
but I do want to talk about a project that you've been working on, and you've been working on this for a while. So it is called MoveTube, and I remember when you first talked to me about it, I'm like, gosh, are people going to go onto their TVs to search for properties? And the answer is
emphatically yes.
Yes. So tell me about it.
They do. Yeah. So we stumbled on streaming TV about 7 years ago. Kevin did, my partner, and specifically Roku at the time. Of course, there's several devices these days: Roku, Amazon, Apple TV, right? Those are the main three, right? And he stumbled on Roku and he was going, wow, this is neat, and that was about 7 years ago. And he just started thinking, man, the way it's set up, he goes, I'll bet we could put property search on this doggone thing, And so we went to town and spent a lot of money and, got it done. He was the spearhead behind it. He got it done, man. It's a full-blown national property search portal on Roku, Amazon, and Apple TV. It's been around for about 7 years. Hundreds of thousands of people have added the channel to their device. Roku alone will add 1,000 to 1,500 a month, completely organically. It's growing like crazy. I think we've got 1,400 reviews on Roku, 4 out of 5 stars across the board.
That is awesome.
It's awesome, man. It's a super fun thing to do. If you're looking for real estate, to look at it on your TV with your family on the couch is badass. It's super neat. And
right.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for it, it's MoveTube. So if you're
you just go to
device,
if you go to your device, a streaming device, and when people kind of mess this up is they go down Roku and they try to go to the Roku channel. It's not the Roku channel. Just go to your Roku device, search streaming channels, type in, if you start typing real estate, REA, we're number one. We'll pop up number one. Or you can type in MoveTube, MOVE, and it'll pop up, number one. And the same with the other devices. You got to go to streaming channels where you search streaming channels or apps on the television streaming device. And so then you'll find it. And you can just add it. You just click a button, you add it, and you're surfing. Oh, we're also connected to iHeartRadio, which is kind of neat because you can listen to your favorite music while you're surfing. We don't get a lot of information out of like Amazon or Apple. They are very stingy with us on like what's going on with this thing. But Roku's fairly good. They give us some good information.
To share the feedback as far as.
Yeah. And our average stay time on our channel is 90 minutes. So
I believe it because people are searching, right?
Yeah. And it's fun. It's big pictures and they're flipping through. It's easy to let 90 minutes go by, especially if you're listening to the music. So
let's look. So the concept is there. So people are, and I love the idea of I'm going to sit down with my, husband and look at properties. I'm going to put it on the TV. I don't want to sit on, and it's like, oh, look at this phone. And we often will do that where you'll cast, from your phone to your TV and things like that. So it makes complete sense to me. The other thing is.
And there's Kevin.
There's Kevin.
But that's the TV channel right there on
With
his
MoveTube up,
screen.
yep.
Yeah, that's the channel. That's the actual channel. So, you mentioned casting. This is nothing like casting. This is
Yeah.
like it's its own world. It's
I
a
love
TV
it.
channel. Yeah, it's way nicer.
Okay, so I want to insert, because the conversation that was the aha moment for me, two things. First of all, what's happening as far as with loan officers. So I want to know how loan officers can get involved with this and what it means, because we always want to see that connection between the loan officer and the real estate agent. And, if you're making your calls and your daily success plan, this is a great tool to fit into that. So tell me how the loan officer fits in.
Well, it's really very, very easy. That this is, many loan officers out there choose to work with real estate people, right? Because let's be honest, people start looking at houses before they ever start thinking about getting a loan. So they kind of very oftentimes wind up in the hands of a real estate agent before they wind up in the hands of a loan originator, right? So that's why it's really smart of us as loan originators, which I am an originator, to, get to know some agents that and they know you and you like each other. And so, when they've got somebody, they go, hey, talk to Frank. He's one of my favorite guys, and it's very common. It's been years and years, decades. We've been doing this for a long, long time. But so as originators, especially in this market where things are like, hey, what's going on here? Originators are always looking for that thing that they call that thing of value. You got to bring value to your agent. There's that, right? And so, okay, cool. Well, when it comes to bringing some value to a real estate agent, especially when it's producing, one that has some mojo going on,
right?
You kind of got to get their attention with something unusual. And this is just like so wildly unique. It's so like, what are you talking about when you get an agent on the horn and go, hey man, I saw your listing on TV, but it wasn't branded to you because you haven't set up your MoveTube account. I'm a MoveTube sponsor advertiser. I get it all branded to you with QR codes. So if people are searching your properties on Roku, Amazon, and Apple, they're going to be able to connect with you on it. Plus, if you say list, you're going to be able to say list with me and I'll get you on TV. And right about now, they're going, what are you talking about? Like, what is this foreign language you're speaking to me right now? And so it's a great attention getter. And then once they kind of tune in and talk to you about it and understand what you got going on, it's like game over. They're like, hell yeah, I want that. Why would I not want that?
Well, exactly. And I mean, you're already, this has been around for 7 years and you were ahead of the curve of all of this. But the next thing you're putting in is AI. So before we get into the AI, I'll let you introduce Kevin because I see you popped on.
Yeah, Kevin Bilberry's here, the creator of the product.
Hello,
and
Kevin.
my business partner now for about 7 or 8 years. And the channel's been around for about 7 years, but MoveTube Studio, which is the product that's now available for loan officers to be able to engage with realtor partners within this product, is just released last week. So we're just getting it out. And I'll turn it over to Kevin. He can kind of show you the TV channel a little bit and some other things. But I will say this. I think this has come at a critical time. I think MoveTube is the product to look at as an originator today for a couple of reasons. Number one, you will get the attention of agents that actually have business, which is typically agents that do have some listings, right? But number two, this NAR lawsuit that just went down. NAR lost, right? They lost. They're going to appeal. Of course, they're probably going to lose again. Here's the bottom line is this. The bottom line is the buyer agent dynamic is definitely going to change dramatically. It can't not. It's going to change. And what that really means, we don't really know, but it's there. Here's what I'm saying. After the appeal, look, maybe this takes 18 months, whatever it takes. I don't know, 2 years after it's all done. Agents that are out there with some listings under their belt, they might be the only ones left standing. Okay. They might be the only ones that are left there, and so buyers may be going more direct to the agent that lists the home like it is in Europe. Kevin will tell you about that. But and even regardless of that, this product puts you in touch as an originator, puts you in touch with agents that have listings who may be the only ones left standing down the road. And let me tell you something. I did the research on this, and as best as I can extrapolate, about 60% of the people that are selling their home are not only buying another home, but need a mortgage. Okay. So when you use that I hate the phrase, they're a listing agent. Yeah, they got buyers. You got an agent's got 10, 15 listings. Half of them are buying another house and need a loan. In fact, when you can see their listings, like on the MoveTube dashboard, you can see 18 listings. Okay, there's about 7 or 8 people right there that are getting a mortgage, right?
Well, and the thing of it is, and when you're looking at, okay, if you have an agent that's a listing agent, guess what they have? They have pretty much a guaranteed deal. If you have a buying agent, that could go anywhere, so that person that's listing is definitely, to your point, going to end up moving into someplace else.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, yeah, and so we created Studio. It's so cool. It's like I do Originate now. It is my number one fun thing to do because it's such a fun product. It's easy to talk about. It's easy to get agents excited about it. And when it's working and the listings are coming in and you're producing cool things, it's just so fun. And you get to ask them, every time you help them out with something on their listing, hey man, don't forget, if you got any sellers coming up where they need a mortgage, can I count on you to send them my way? And they're like, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's how you pick them up. But I'll let Kevin jump in here and show you the TV or whatever he wants to do. I know you don't have a whole lot of time, Kevin. So
yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, sorry, I was running late. Sorry I came in late, but as mentioned, MoveTube's been around for almost 7 years now, but we never really did anything with it. It was a side project, and then we kind of loosely tied it to another product we had, but we had loan officers using our other products saying, man, you need to build something on MoveTube because this is what's moving the needle with my agents. Flyers, infographics and all that kind of stuff just doesn't really move the needle anymore. And most of the time, agents say, well, we've already got that. And I had one LO in particular. I always kind of refer to him because he does everything. This guy's got it all. Any tool, he uses them all, but he tells me I lead with MoveTube. Wow. He's like, are you leveraging the fast growing trend of streaming TV to enhance your brand and win more listings? If not, I'm going to show you how to do that. And that gets him in every time. He's like, I never get that roadblock anymore of like, well, we've already got that. My broker's, your broker doesn't have a TV channel. Sorry. So it gets him in. So, with that feedback, we're like, we need to build an entire platform based on what we put on TV. We know consumers love it. I don't know if you mentioned that already, Frank. Yeah, consumers love this thing. We get the feedback on that. So let's do something, for professionals to really take advantage of this. And I'm a former loan officer, Frank's now a loan officer again. And so we decided to build this and make this a loan officer centric and backed product. So yeah, right behind me, you can see I've got my, my Roku up. It's on my big TV. I've got it kind of virtually behind me. And yeah, man, I pull in here, this listing is branded, right? That means the agent is participating with one of our loan officers. So what does he get?
I'm going to walk you through that. So the loan officer, just because I think the steps of it. So the loan officer, in essence, gets their own quote unquote channel.
Well, the loan officer,
what is it called? So what is the loan officer?
Okay, so yeah, MoveTube is the channel, right?
Okay, so MoveTube is a channel. So what does the loan officer have as far as, because you say this is a listing that's tied to the loan officer. So
right. So the loan officer becomes our paid advertiser, right? So from a RESPA standpoint, we can get into that. But the loan officer has an account in MoveTube Studio, and he can invite his or her agents into the account.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then we brand them and we give them a bunch of cool tools, which we're going to show you guys, based on AI and some other stuff we're doing. But what the consumer sees on the TV side, which I'm actually showing right now, is the agent gets his brand right here. We get a listing trailer. You get on the details, we got all the agent information, we've got the LO information, etc. here. The LO gets his little panel popping out like that, and it just gets enhanced. We take it to the very front, and then we give them all these tools that we're going to show you guys.
And I'm going to stop you there for a minute, Kevin, because there was a thing that Frank had talked about when he was sharing it with me. And AI is changing everything as far as searches and Google homepages and all those kind of things. So if someone goes to just to Google, not even on what you have here, based on what you're putting in there, and they search, those videos that you have on here pop up. Frank, is that right that you were sharing with me?
Yeah, the listing trailer. One of the things that gets,
trailer.
yeah, if a loan officer gets an account and connects his real estate partners to it, not only do their branding go on the TV, but outside of the TV, in the interweb world, right, things get created for that listing that are co-branded to the loan officer, and the real estate agent. One of those things, it is one of those things being an AI generated video that's formatted for TikTok, Instagram, Facebook Reels, YouTube Shorts. It's formatted for that, and it automatically gets posted to YouTube. It's got an AI created voice narration on top of it with a call to action to the realtor. And we found, surprisingly, Kevin couldn't even say, dude, you won't believe this. These things are showing up on page 1 of Google. I'm like, what? So you put in the address and they show up on page 1. They're on page 1 of Google all the time because we're loading so many of these videos into our YouTube channel, and it's all different content because AI is creating a different narration for every single listing, right? So YouTube's like, yeah, this is legit, real content, and so it's getting out there. It's pretty neat. It's another neat.
Yeah, we can show you that real quick.
Yeah,
it's actually one of the cool.
That's the thing. I mean, if you can get it, and I mean, I love the fact that people can, go to their device and watch it. I love the fact that you can do the connection with your real estate agents. What I really love is the fact that if someone takes a property and just goes and searches on the internet for it, that those videos are going to show up, and it's different for every single loan officer.
Yeah, and every property.
Really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me show you. So this one here, just randomly. So I went down to Austin, Texas about 4 weeks ago now. I was invited down by Mark Hairston. I've known him for years. I'm originally from Austin myself. And he's like, I'm going to do a lunch and learn. Would you tell me what to say so I can fill this room up? And I told him to keep the message simple. Just say, hey, basically what I just said, are you leveraging this fast growing trend of streaming TV to enhance your brand and win more listings? I'm like, done. That's all you got to say. He filled the room. He sold out, and he never does. This marketing girl told me that. He's like, he never sells out. But he did. It was great. It was a great message, and people loved it. We showed them the Roku, like what I got behind me here. But then when we got into the listing trailers and how AI is creating these, people were just like, oh my gosh. So let me just matter of fact, this is one of the agents that was in there in Austin. So I'm gonna open this up. I'll actually play one for you. This is a property in Kyle's in a kind of outside of Austin here. So let's go ahead and play it.
Experience the joy of living in a home that truly has it all. Nestled on a quiet tree-lined street in Kyle, Texas, this move-in ready home has room to grow. Enjoy summer entertaining in the spacious backyard or game nights in the expansive game room. Updates include a brand new, sleek corrugated metal roof, contributing to the modern feel of the home. Contact Keenan Beck for a tour today.
There it is, right? 30 seconds. It's short for a reason.
That is awesome because they don't have to do anything. It's like you don't have to go out to the property and take a video. You don't have to, take your phone or a videographer out there. It pulls the pictures that are already on the listing. It pulls the description that's already on the listing, and it pulls the contact information. And honestly, the voiceovers have gotten a lot better because, we played around with those for years and it's always not sounded great. That wasn't bad.
No, they sound pretty good.
No, check this out. So yeah, we actually have created these characters. So if I wanted to recreate this video, and I'm not going to recreate it, but I can actually play around with more narration. So let's say I want to regenerate that narration. And what it's doing, we've trained the AI to read the agent comments and then also go into our database and discover what's in the area and what to talk about. And it keeps coming up with these narrations. And if I don't like this one, like bang, I can hit it again and it'll come up with something different. And so there's something I like. And then what I can do is I can actually, and I can modify it too by hand if I just want to change something the way it says. But then we've created these characters. So we've got these different ones. I know Frank, you always tell me don't get too carried away with the characters. But I
Brianna.
had fun with them. Yeah, you like I like Angie. So Angie is very animated. So let me
An
tell you guys.
elegant
So
female.
I do. I prefer
Brianna's
to
the
be
best
always
one.
so.
I'm just telling you right
Okay.
now.
Oh,
All right. Let's.
Gavin doesn't agree,
Let's,
but-
okay. I think we're gonna have
Let's
to have a
let-
contest here to find
All
out.
right, Ginger. We're gonna let you be the judge. So Angie is very animated. No, not Angie. Christy. Angie was the one actually on the video. Angie's very elegant. She's just very classy. Christy's animated. Sometimes she gets a little excited. So let's go ahead. All right, Christy, here's your narration. Go to the studio, come back and let me know what you got. Warm up those voices. So here it is. So she's going to go ahead and it's going to do a little process thing. Bang, there it is. All right, let's see how Christy does this.
Experience the joy of living in Kyle, Texas. This home's lot is spacious and perfect for your vision. A pool and entertaining guests to weekend gatherings on the patio. Recent modern upgrades, including a corrugated metal roof, await you. Plus, you're close to schools, IH-35, downtown, and the 45 toll road. This home offers the best of modern convenience and style. Call Keenan Beck to book a showing.
Okay, that's Christy, right? So she's a little animated. She's cool, right? Now, what did you say? Brianna? Brianna's the
Brianna.
Brianna. Okay, Brianna is you know what? Brianna
Better.
is you like her better. She's younger. She has a little, she sounds like she's probably in her early 20s, what I would guess. So yeah.
You know,
let's give
the
her a
interesting thing about these videos as he's doing this is on the processed one that you heard, there's music behind it. That's AI generated too. So we have our own AI generated music, so we're not copyright infringed
Right.
anywhere.
I think that's why Google's given us such weight, because even the music's unique. It's like we're writing our own music.
Yeah.
All right,
there's a
so-
lot of
Experience the joy of-
reasons why- Oh, sorry, go ahead.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ginger. You want to say something before I play her?
Well, I just think so. First of all, Google's giving you a lot because you have a property that probably a lot of people are searching for, and so they're putting themselves in the middle of that, and you in the middle of that. Second thing is video. Everything with video always weighs more, and so the fact that you do have the different music, it is different as far as the narrative and the voice and everything. So they're putting a heavy weight on that.
Yep.
And so the fact that every single one of these is going to be just a little bit different, guys, that's huge, because that's always the question people get. It's like, I'm using the same flyer, I'm using the same newsletter that everybody else is sending out, but you're not with this. I mean, that's what I love about it.
Yeah, AI came at the right time. We were working on this
It really
product.
did. Yeah.
We had canned listing trailers. Like, you know, we've had people comment, man, you've actually combined Zillow and Netflix, you know, when it comes to MoveTube on Roku and Amazon Fire. I'm like, let's create something called listing trailers, like movie trailers. They're just little teaser
I love
videos.
it. Brilliant.
And we, in our old versions, before we launched MoveTube Studio and our other product, we were doing in a market where inventory is low, this property will not last long, and you know. But it was all canned. It was cool, but it was canned. This is totally all right. Sorry, so let's give Brianna a shot here. Let's see
we'll
what she sounds like.
we'll have Frank's favorite.
All right, let's hear. Frank.
Experience the joy of living in Kyle, Texas. This home's lot is spacious and perfect for your vision. A pool and entertaining guests to weekend gatherings on the patio. Recent modern upgrades, including a corrugated metal roof, await you. Plus, you're close to schools, IH-35, downtown, and the 45 toll road. This home offers the best of modern convenience and style. Call Keenan Beck to book a showing.
See, I like her better. In my
you
opinion.
know, she sounds, you know what she sounds like? I like her because she sounds, they all sound real, but she sounds
they really
more,
do.
she sounds more like maybe your marketing assistant, maybe a girl that's working in your office for you. Like, you know, the others sound very professional, where I don't think Brianna sounds as professional. She just sounds like, but it makes it sound more legitimate. It makes it sound real, you know.
When you could change the voices based on the property. So I mean, if you have, it's like I did an AI training for a group of realtors in Kansas City, Missouri a couple of weeks ago. And I mean, their listings were like between 1.8 and 5.8 million. And so for those properties, probably not going to be Brianna. You know?
Yeah. Might be someone else.
That's Angie all day long. Yeah. Angie. And then we
So
let's
those are
sample
the
this
kind
guy
of
real
things.
quick.
Experience the joy of living in Kyle, Texas. This home's lot is spacious and perfect for your vision.
You know, guy, male voice, a little
He
deeper
could
voice.
work. He could work.
Yeah, you know, and
on
what we're finding. So We're
you know,
just launching this product. I mean, we really haven't even got it to the masses yet, and our beta testers haven't. I go to our YouTube channel, so I kind of see the voices they use, and they're all over the place.
Nice.
You're seeing them. They're really
love
mixing
it.
it up, which is good, right? So, but yeah, this one here, Urbana Drive, here it is. So on video, it's number one. And we're finding, like, just on a general search of the property, of course we're not going above Zillow and all that, but look at that. Look how far up it is. That's pretty high up.
That's
This
really
is
good.
right-
Plus, it's going
that's
to get
above-
you the traction on
it's the
YouTube.
first and only video.
Right.
Well, and that's huge.
Yeah.
So we're at the top of the hour. So Kevin, I hate to cut you off, but we try to keep it at 30 minutes. But I would love to have you guys back. So I do have I'll post it the link, because if you go, it's studio.movetube.com to find out, as a loan officer, how to get on there. Or you can go to the new AI directory I made, which is aibeehive.com. And we have it listed there. And we're going to have to get you guys on as I'm launching in to talk about products and things like that into that whole thing too.
Yeah.
Because I love the AI that you're doing.
I want to just throw this out there. I know we're going to go, but I would just say to this, to any originators, this product, it's really cool on the gadget side, right? TV and movie listing trailer videos, and they're showing up on Google. On the gadget side, it's all cool. And on the gadget side, it's definitely what helps you get the attention of the realtor. But I want you to know it comes with built-in coaching that teaches you how to take advantage of this to actually get warm referrals out of these agents that have business, that have listings. We give you on the dashboard, you can go in your area and see the agents, how many listings they have. You can reach out to them and present this to them. But then after that, there's built-in coaching. We've got a little 27-minute coaching video in there. It tells you exactly how to take advantage of this product to be able to extract warm referrals out of these agents that you start to connect with. And it's just a really cool process that you go through. You become part of their team, essentially. You become part of their team. And let me tell you, it works very, very well. So I don't want you to think gadget's going to get the attention, but I want you to think, and holy moly, I can get warm referrals out of these guys who actually have business right now. That's what I want you to think.
Yeah.
Because that's the way it's really designed.
Exactly. I love it. Well, you guys, thank you so much. Kevin, good to see you. Frank,
Yeah,
as
great seeing you
always,
again.
thank you. Steve, good to see you. Safe travels, my friend.
Have a great day, everybody.
Yeah. And so we'll see everyone next week. I can't remember who our guest is next week, but I will definitely announce it. We have some really exciting guests coming in November. Thank you for tuning in, and go check out MoveTube.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.